AB2 teams have converged on Canada's capital to be crowned two champions later this week at the Under-18 Canadian Championships here. Darren McEwen alongside Leslie Ann Walsh for Draw 3 action tonight here in Ottawa as we get set for a great match tonight, Leslie Ann. It's going to be Alberta Team 2 versus Manitoba here at the RA Centre in Ottawa.
Yeah, it's going to be a great match, I think, tonight.
As we watch the teams getting set to compete, this is Manitoba's team out of the Altona Curling Club. In the hack ready to go is lead Rylan Graham. Manitoba playing earlier today. They picked up a win against Yukon. That was an 8-2 victory for them, but they're here at the RA Centre for their first match under the lights here, and a big crowd again tonight.
And I think both of these teams, or a couple of people on these teams, have been here before.
Yeah, it's actually quite an experienced matchup, I would say. We have Alberta here with skipped by Jackson Hebert, and he has been to this event before. He's been to, I think, 4 national championships. So on paper, both these teams are pretty well matched, I would say.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good game.
As we get set to watch lead Nate Burton, the Alberta team out of the Sherwood Park Curling Club. And this is Alberta number 2. This is actually this team's first game of the event. They had this morning off. We have, 9 sheets in action across the RA Centre and the Ottawa Hunt Club, where they have 4 sheets in play. But this is maybe a little bit getting used to the experience, and you jump right in against a top team like Manitoba, and the stream game and lots of
probably first nerves and a little bit of jitters.
And so we see our first one I've seen today is the no tick violation there. So if the rock was on the center line, it's put back if it's removed.
So this will give a bit of an advantage now. They can come around the center guard.
So both these teams will have to get used to the noise level here. I was here this morning's game, and it was quite loud. Lots of horns, bells, whistles from the crowd.
Line's good.
There's the first one.
There's lots of parents here supporting the kids. It's such a good feeling out there. You can feel how excited everybody is.
Just came off the opening ceremonies here at the RA Centre, and it was good energy here with, like we said, 42 teams, 21 women's teams, 21 men's team competing. So most provinces sending 2 representatives. Both of these provinces, Manitoba and Alberta, have 2 men's representatives. So again here, Leslie Ann, a chance where Alberta has to make sure they don't touch that guard.
So I think I heard him saying he's going to throw an 11-5, so a nice quiet wait for takeout, so the rocks will stay in play, hopefully.
Trying to make it curl. Get some late action. Almost got a little inside flip there as well.
What a great shot. I love that the kids now are throwing quieter weight and control weight, so which means there's a lot of rocks in play and they stay in. And
yeah, it's definitely a different game from when I played. Draw to the wing and hope you get a miss. It's not like that anymore.
It's definitely a softer touch game, which is great to see because, again, especially with the sweeping now, you can control it a lot better.
Let's get our first look here of Nick Senf. Started curling when he was 8 years old. Have some fresh curlers out here as well. We had a player in this morning's game and only curled for 3 years in Ontario, but made it all the way here to the national championship. Had a great first game. So a really good event to expose these young athletes to the national stage, Leslie Ann. I know when I was playing, and I talked about this earlier, as a junior, especially when you're a younger junior age, you had to get by, in your province, you had to get by a guy named Brad Gushu.
Yes, so there was a lot of years that the kids didn't have this opportunity. So
I had John Morris in my way, John Epping, and a host of others, but you never got the chance when you were under 18 to play at a national event, and this is allowing 2 teams pretty much from every province, to go. Alberta 2 sitting 1 right now. Talk a little bit. I see Jackson's broom come apart there. Talk to me a little bit, Leslie Ann, about the coaching interactions. That's unique to this event in the U21s.
It's very unique. They started it a few years ago where, especially at this level where the kids are learning the sport, it gives the coaches a great opportunity to sit back and explain situations, and it's real time. So it's a really good lesson learned for the kids, and I find that the coaches are using them really well, and it really calms the kids down. So I find that it's like on-the-job training.
Yeah.
I like the idea, and I think with the U21s now they've changed it a bit that it's only 2 interactions per first 4 in. So as you get older, you need less of the interaction. So I think they started to play around with it a bit, and they found this is what's working really well.
Yeah, I was when I first heard of the rule, when it first came in, I was wondering how often it would be in play. And what I've been impressed by is a lot of these U18 teams in particular haven't used it as much as I initially thought they might. But I think that's good, because when you get to U21 and then when you get to men's and women's play, you don't have those. So it's kind of like a nice phase in, and when you really need to use it, you can lean into it.
Yeah, absolutely. As I say to the teams, if I don't have to use my timeouts, we've done a good job.
Yeah. And they have 2 great coaches backing these teams up here in Ottawa. For Manitoba is Sheldon Zacharias. As we look at Logan Zacharias with his first stone here, a familiar name to curling fans. He is the younger brother of the Zacharias sisters, who of course have found plenty of success at the young level, but also runners-up last year at the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Absolutely.
And of course, mentioned the Alberta coach is Les Sonnenberg.
Let it sit.
Les's wife, Renee, very familiar to curling fans as well as an athlete, and now as a high-performance coach with Curling Canada. Great shot there by Logan.
Absolutely. And I think they're going to try the run back now and get the front open for them further as they have hammer.
Yeah, get a shot of their coaches for today's game.
And the game's progressed so much because these kids play in so many spiels now, so they get so many opportunities to get the experience that they need, which is amazing.
Evan Henniger with a run back double attempt, just misses it, opens it up a little bit. The event format for this one is 3 pools of 7 teams, and in the this pool, it's let's take a look here. We have Alberta. 2 is with, as well, of course, with Manitoba, but also New Brunswick, Nova Scotia 2, Northern Ontario 2, Newfoundland 2, and Yukon are in this pool, and they play our little round robin, and it's the top 3, I believe, that go ahead to the playoffs later this week here in Ottawa.
And I like they also have consolation rounds, so the kids will still get to play.
Yeah, good exposure for them to learn. They have people like you here, Leslie Ann, and we have Maurice Wilson helping out as well. And a chance for them to also meet other athletes. You never know in 10 years where you're going to find yourself with school and life, and you might end up playing with some of these competitors on your own team if you've moved around the country. And of course, having 2 representatives, it's looking at the Manitoba front end, they actually played on different teams that were at this event last year. So really good chance to meet other players and play some of these other teams as well. So we watch Evans rock here. Nose hit.
Nose hit. So I think Manitoba are going on a nose hit or a nice hit and roll, so it'll make it a bit difficult for the double.
Alberta has hammer in this first end by virtue of some great draws to the button. I believe Jackson Hebert covered the button, or at least very, very back of the pin for his draw attempt pre-game.
Left. Well, like, obviously you don't want to jam, so it almost doesn't look like enough ice, but should be close.
Ryland Campbell, his first national championship coming into this one.
Close, close, clean.
He'll get the hit and roll over. Manitoba sitting 2.
Yeah, this right here. Just control. Right here.
So a nice hit and roll may set them up then for the possible deuce.
So if there was such a thing as a veteran at the U18s, I think Jackson Hebert would qualify as that. He's very experienced at a national championship. This is actually, he was at the first one at age 12 back in 2019. And he represented Alberta as team number 1 at the U18s last year, losing in the quarterfinals. He was at the Canada Winter Games, lost the bronze medal game to Owen Nichols of Ontario, who we saw earlier today. And then he was part of the Final 4 in the Youth Olympic Trials for the mixed doubles. And he lost to the eventual winners there, which are from your province of Newfoundland.
Yes, Haley and Simon. They worked really hard this year. We had a sheet of ice actually at our club dedicated to them every day, that anytime they needed to go down, they had access, and they were working with Jeff Thomas. So it was quite exciting. I think Jackson just rolled a little bit too much.
So a chance to possibly get the force here for Manitoba if they're able to put this in a good roll spot.
Get the flop under the guards, nice.
The teams now, and you can tell the experienced teams because they actually have the quick conversation of exactly where they want the rock to roll to their sweepers.
Ryland Campbell with his final stone without hammer to start.
Yep. Curl.
Needs to curl a bit.
Yep. Yep.
There it goes. A lot of late finish in this ice. Rolls on top, but tough blank, I think. I think it's there.
I think it's there. I think if they hit where they put the broom,
Peel weight.
peel weight should do it. You're going to see good peel weight at this. He throws a really nice rocks.
Yeah. Where do we have to hit it? Pretty good. Yeah. Like 4 3/4. Hit. 2/3 gets everything going. So. Hair last. Yeah.
So a peel attempt here, or peel weight blank attempt here for the grade 12 student from Alberta. Trying to back it up. He's close. Got him both. And get the red out. Great shot for the Alberta skip, and it's a blank end to start.
What a great shot.
And number 1 in the books, nothing decided yet as we go to the break at the U18 Championships here in Ottawa.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
Don't forget your brooms.
Yep, you got it.
Come on. Okay, well, what do you got? You got one? Just one more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
Welcome back to Draw 3 action as we have a very nice blank end to start. As Alberta's Jackson Hebert makes a pistol on his last there. We watch ice technician Rick Allen do some adjustments there between the break. He's looks like a couple loose handles he's working on. Rick and the team here at the RA Center. He's the ice technician over at my club at the Ottawa, as well as the Rideau, and we also have Bill Duck helping out. Well, Bill's the head ice technician for this event. He's over at the Ottawa Hunt and Golf Club. So some great ice conditions by some ice makers who have worked at Briars and Scotties and World Championships.
I was talking to a few of the players, and they're loving the ice conditions.
Yeah.
And it gives these athletes a chance to play on arena ice, so when they start going to other events, that this is not the first time. This won't be the first time that they'll be on arena ice.
So he's trying to keep that on the center. Just slides off, so that is one that you could tick or bump into accidentally.
It's the no-tick rule has definitely changed the face of the game, especially in the later ends, and again, I think it gives the advantage to trying to steal.
Nate Burton is a baseball pitcher competitively in the summer. We've seen quite a few multi-sport athletes at this event so far.
Doesn't look like it. It is. Yes.
I wonder how many of these athletes will be going to the U21s as well as their U18s. There's probably some athletes out there. I know our playoffs are starting next week, so I think some of these kids are playing U21s. So it'll be interesting to see now how many of them carry on and go.
And then the Canadians for that are happening in Fredericton?
No, they are in
Fort McMurray. Sorry.
Yeah, Fort Mac.
There's a lot happening in Fredericton, but not that.
I think the CIS and the doubles are in Fredericton. So they have the universities and the doubles.
Rylan Graham, he curled for 11 years. Started playing Little Rocks at 5 years old.
The ice seems a little fast, or just getting to the back of the house, so.
Back 8. Back 8, back 12. Okay. Yeah, like a foot and a half, 2 feet more, 3 feet maybe, if you want to be safe. We got all the cardboard too.
This is Varick's first nationals, but he did win gold in both U18 men's and mixed doubles up the Arctic Winter Games last year. And he's headed back to the Arctic Winter Games to be hosted in Alaska to defend his title later this year. Cool event.
Yes. They want to bring this in freezes right on the yellow.
Go, 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 go.
Good speed.
Good shot.
Nice shot.
You can, yeah.
So I think they're just trying to bump this and move it around a bit, just to tap it back. Looks like there's a nice curl on the ice. There's a lot of curl.
Yeah. Nick Semp is in his first year at the University of Manitoba. He's in the Price Faculty of Engineering.
I think you have to be very organized to be in university and still commit to curling and being able to manage everything.
And like you said, probably competing at the U21 level as well. And a lot of a lot of things to juggle as a student curler, student athlete of any sort.
That just went a little bit too deep and a little wide.
Top 4. Are we one? Are we one? Okay.
So this gives them a chance to go around the corner and probably try top 4.
You can drag it.
Line's tight. Let's good. Top 4.
Derek Depker is a grade 12 student in Grand Prairie. We asked him what he does outside of curling, and to answer your question earlier, he said he doesn't have time for much else. Don't blame him. Good shot here, though.
Nice.
Alberta definitely sitting 2 now.
I don't know if he wanted it quite that deep because it gives Manitoba a chance to come down and freeze on top. And I think a lot of these players are probably at the rinks 4, 5, 6 days a week right now. It's because it's the place where they want to be. It's where they love to be.
You have to think someone like Logan Zacharias on Manitoba is probably, even when he's not on the ice, he's been watching his sisters. I'm sure his rest of his family as well. It's a big commitment as a young athlete. Chap off there.
Just a little too heavy.
It's a real rock pile there at the back of the house. Both teams kind of struggling to find that top 4-foot weight to start here.
Back 4 weights.
That one is sliding. We'll add another to the pile. I don't think we're going to see a blank end here, Leslie.
No, I don't think that's in the books for this one.
Jackson can throw the big weight, and as can Ryland, but I don't know if Kevin Cooey could turn this into a blank end at this point.
I think Manitoba needs to freeze now, though, because if they're a little bit light on this, they can actually get some rocks moving, and it could be a big end for Alberta.
Manitoba tuck.
Yes.
Okay. Line's good.
And it's interesting, the Manitoba tuck, as we watched Logan throw that, he tells us his favorite curler is none other than Mike McEwen, who, congratulations goes out to Mike and his team. They're now Saskatchewan champions. Mike can add that to his, 3 now provinces he'll have represented at the Brier. So, and he'll be the hometown, which is kind of remarkable, hometown team 2 years in a row at the Brier. Last year with Ontario and now Saskatchewan in a couple weeks. So congratulations to Mike and
That's going to be a good field at the Brier.
It is.
He was just a little tight on that, and then he wrecked the guard.
Yeah. So Manitoba sitting the 1 right now.
You're also like a second.
So I think they also indicated the weight was a little light and just a little inside.
Should also mention that Logan mentions his father, Sheldon, the coach, is someone he's also looked up to as one of his favorite curlers. And, of course, his sisters.
He has a lot to pick from.
Yeah. Sheldon coaching the Zacharias sisters at the World Junior Championships as well for Canada. So when he's needed in a coach interaction, he's definitely a high value to this team. So Manitoba now sitting 2, the team from Altona. But a chance here, Leslie Ann, for Alberta to lock one in there.
Yes. And I think Lauren Lenentine, whose sister plays with PEI, is also curls with his sister, curls with Jennifer Jones.
Yeah, there's
so the skip of the PEI team.
Yes, a lot of family, familiar, I should say, family names here. We have, well, I'll mention another one, McCarville,
Yes.
the daughter of Mike and Krista, both of those qualifying for the Scotties and Briar, respectively, and another name that you can talk about from your province.
Yes, I think both Brad's daughters are curling together this year with Kaylee Locke and Satay. And the youngest, Marissa, is now playing lead, and she's quite the little curler. She's a really good curler she's just, I think, 12. She played mixed doubles with her dad, actually lost the finals to Greg Smith out just recently in January.
And that's, of course, the Gushu family. Did I say that right?
Yes, Gushu.
Gushu. Yes.
Gushu.
I know that for years we've been saying it wrong.
Gushu.
Gushu.
It's Gushu.
Been saying it wrong in the rest of Canada for many years.
Yeah, like nose the red.
Brad's just too polite to correct us.
It's always he spends a lot of time with, at the curling club.
Yeah.
He's here this week, but he also spends time with the kids on the ice, and he's helping when he can.
Yes. If we freeze,
We've had past years. Last year we had Carrie Galusha's daughter competing. Mark Idison, I believe's daughter was.
She's actually playing this year.
Yeah,
in
sorry,
Ontario.
this year. Yeah.
It's great to see.
Next generation, yeah.
Next generation is coming up.
Curl.
Rylan Campbell with his first stone, looking to try to steal to start this game to get the scoring underway.
Really hard.
I think he's still might be a little heavy.
Manitoba sitting 2.
But I think Jackson can get the inside roll on this.
It's more just make sure this sticks on overroll. Just honestly throwing the board. I'm thinking back 12. They don't need a lot.
All right, so they're bringing the weight down here.
I think ours is because we were calling block here and getting back 12. So like half back line. I like back line. If you had this ice, I would close to half. I like nice.
So I think hack would probably be 12 and a half, do you think?
Yeah. We were looking at draw times earlier today, around 15 seconds. And so quite fast, as you mentioned, for athletes that may be more familiar or comfortable with curling club speeds.
And I also think the feel of the pebble is different. So the kids will say the ice feels faster under their feet.
You don't have to push nearly as hard, eh?
Too much ice. Looks like a lot, eh? Maybe a little less. Hair less.
So the front end giving some good feedback to the skip, telling them just maybe a little less ice than what they had the broom down for.
Back line. Hair down. Whoa. Sit. Clean. Whoa. Clean. Whoa. Nate drop. Nate go. Nate go. Gonna go, Nate.
Needs to get a little bit of curl here. He's pretty close. An inside flop.
Great shot.
Alberta is sitting the 1.
So that weight was 13 and a half. So at 15, it's really fast ice. I think Manitoba needs to be a bit careful here.
That is a lot of granite. So we'll get our first coach interaction here. So let's listen in. Manitoba calls it, so both coaches will come out, but as soon as Manitoba is finished, the Alberta coach would return to the bench as well.
Lying second. Is there an opportunity for him to get that out? I don't think so, eh? It is, because he can play it tight to the guard and get to the inside. Well, do you ever just play the freeze onto this side, get on the inside of it? Try to get shot right there? I like that. Do we know the weight out here? It's going to be a touch heavier. But even if you're light, just top 12 to guard that, right? And if I'm light, we guard it. Yeah, I like that call. I think you're going to get in there easier this way than then he's probably going to play this, though. And he sticks that. That's how he gets his deuce. That's how he gets his deuce. That, or you can freeze right to the nose of it, and then what does he do? Same thing, really, right? I like that call, too. I think you got to come in there. Yeah.
So we look like we're changing turns here. We played the entire end with the out turn for the right-handed players, and we're going to take one out here. So this will be interesting to see what they get for speed and curl on this side.
I did like, though, that the coach actually mentioned and reminded them that they hadn't been out in this path. So that's a good reminder to they may have to throw a little more.
They get 60 seconds. The thinking time continues for all these coach interactions. So the both teams are 34 minutes to play the game with thinking time. They can take as little time as they need for the coach interaction if they only need 10 seconds, which would be a pretty decisive decision for the coach. But that was a good one, I think.
Yes, and I think they also get 45 seconds in between, which I think is probably more valuable because you actually get to talk about game plan, end plan.
Yeah. Key shot here for Ryland.
I think it's a little tight.
Yeah, this one looks like it's on the guard. And light, I think, as well. So just different side of the ice. Trip them up a little bit. And he does block that
draw path.
Yeah, and a bump. So it looks like Jackson's probably going to also have to go out that way to score his multiple.
He may be looking, I don't know if there's enough room there to try the hit because he may get
spring action off it.
Yeah.
For a lot.
So I think if he hits the inside of the yellow, both yellows go, and they may actually
score a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. That will be interesting to see.
Yeah, because what would happen is the yellow would run into the red and actually take both yellows out. So you may see a shot for 3 to 4, maybe.
Big shot early. We saw him make a great shot for the blank in the first end with the up weight accuracy.
You can get some going. You got it. Let's make it. Play it into the guard, I'm guessing.
They just need to get by the guard, I think.
Let's make it.
Let's make it, the front end says. Jackson Hebert with his final stone, looking to score a multiple on a slash here. Needs to curl. What happens? And it will just be the single. Good attempt, but it's 1 point for Alberta and the team from the Sherwood Park Curling Club. It's a 1-0 lead, and we'll come back as Manitoba will take hammer in the third end at the U18 Championships live from the RA Centre in Ottawa.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Time to go home, kiddo.
Just one more throw, please.
Thank you for making moments like these possible.
pile of granite in the second end, but it's just a single for Alberta as they lead 1-0 on the team from Manitoba. Gets set here now for the third end. Darren McEwen alongside Leslie Ann Walsh. And it's day one action, draw 3 at the U18 Championships. Full house again tonight, and I think it will be a full house most draws here. Big family and friends turn out here for all these teams. Ontario is not on the ice tonight. Neither is Quebec, and the stands are full.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty exciting week here in Ottawa for these athletes.
So maybe Ontario and Quebec may be over at the Hunt Club.
Might be, yeah. So if you're looking for scores, and we'll try and update you on the scores from here, because we got some close ones, some ones that are already getting a little out of hand, but curling.ca/scoreboard bring you some of those scores for you in the arena. Trying to find the center line on this Alberta guard, and it will.
Nice shot.
Corner guard and a center guard to start.
So we'll see if we can get to the top of the forefoot here. That's the ideal spot for this rock.
Rylan Graham, a grade 11 honor roll student. His favorite curler, Brad Gushue. It's a real mix on this Manitoba team. I would say we have 2 Manitoba veterans, Matt Dunstone, Mike McEwen are their favorites. And Brad Jacobs is Nick's favorite curler, and but Rylan's is Brad Gushue.
Brad Jacobs is now skipping Breed Crothers.
So he is now Manitoba. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, the McEwen Jacobs kind of flipped a little bit to some extent.
That will be a powerhouse team, I think, at the Brier. That's a good combination. I saw them I watched the Slam game, and they curled really well together. It was good chemistry, I think.
I think we are in for a dandy of a Brier with Scotties as well.
What a great shot.
Nice hit and roll. It's half behind cover.
But with the sweeping now, they can manipulate the rocks so easily. So you're seeing probably just about half of that, and they're still going to play a hit and roll away on it.
Yeah, you saw them sweeping it into the stone, and then once it was by, straightening it out.
And these athletes are spending more and more time on sweeping technique and going to the gym and working out. So there's a lot of stuff now. It's not just going out and throwing rocks.
Nick mentioned his favorite curler is Brad Jacobs, but is also wanted to give a shout out to his friend Rowan. Scrub to get this by. Good sweep again. Quiet tap. That will send the Alberta Stone to the back of the house. Manitoba sitting 1.
Alberta are going to do the same. Throw quiet weight and try to get hit and roll away.
Varick wanted to give a shout out to his parents, Chad and Rachel Depker. They both curl, and of course his coach Les Sonnenberg and his wife Renee were very influential in his career. Also his grandpa Marvin, who won a junior provincials in Saskatchewan, went on to play in the Canada Winter Games in 1971. So a lot of family influences at this event. I didn't realize the Canada Winter Games had been around that long. 1971. Well.
Wow.
Play it this way, though.
So a peel attempt now.
They were looking at going around the corner there, but I think they want to have the front open for themselves as they have hammer. There's some close games across the sheets, and there's some some big scores.
This is going to hit nose. Will it get any in the back? It's fortunate to get that back one. They'll take it. Makes sense with the run back peel.
Still leaves the center guard now for Alberta to come around. They'll try top 4 on this again.
Evan wanted to give a shout out to Debbie and Danny Christensen, who were his old coach and his wife in Nova Scotia, probably the most influential people in his life.
So Danny's daughter, their daughter wanted to go to the Scotties. That's Marie.
Great story there, Marie Christensen and Heather Smith's team. Heather Smith heading back to the Scotties. Colleen Jones as their coach. Who else is on that team? We have Jill Brothers.
Yeah, I think Jill is throwing skip stones, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And Heather calling the game, defeating Christina Black in a thrilling Nova Scotia Scotties. So we'll see them in Calgary in a couple weeks. And of course, we'll see Logan's sisters.
Danny's been away to some worlds.
Oh, yeah?
Danny Christensen at men's, the senior worlds. Danny's been away. I think they may have won.
Yeah. Now, what happens here? Oh, what turn does that take? It takes the right turn. If that had taken the other turn, it probably would have missed it, but half covered. Alberta without hammer this end. Watch this here.
Oh.
Right into it.
It's probably hard for the players to hear some of the communications because it's so loud here, so they have to be very loud when they're yelling.
Yeah, we saw hand signals in an earlier game being used. And this is a great shot. The quiet weight has impressed me so far with both these teams around these guards. Thumbs up from the front end.
I think the players are learning now that if you're throwing a good down weight, rocks will stay in play. And they're finding the hit and rolls out, then you're always chasing. So if you can keep rocks in play.
Logan's a grade 12 student, avid golfer himself. Common for a lot of curlers to enjoy that in the summer. Make a hit. Where does this one roll? Right into that red stone.
That is a nice shot.
Mentioned this is Alberta 2's first game of the event. They'll be back in action tomorrow afternoon over at the Hunt Club. And they'll play Nova Scotia 2, and Manitoba actually has tomorrow off. So as a local, I'm trying to think of what you could do. Winterlude is on. Most of the activities happening on the weekend, but the city is abuzz even in February here with Winterlude happening, and lots to see and do in Ottawa this time of year. Plenty of museums. Maybe come watch some of the games. But it's great when it's in a city like this where you have so much activity that you can do, and with so many family and friends here as well.
Absolutely. I think Jackson needs to nose this because he can't have the inside roll, because if not, I think the yellow jams. So I think he's just trying to have a nose hit.
Talk to it.
I think he may have, it's just maybe a little bit heavy.
Does he have any of it? Talked about the experience of Jackson. He was actually playing, I saw in an Alberta Tour event earlier this year. He was filling in on Team Hood, the team from New Zealand. He was sparring with them at an event in Alberta. I don't know if he played more than one event with them, but what an experience that is, and playing against some of the top men's teams. So
I don't think he's ever going to guard that shot.
See that more and more with U21 and teams playing in the men's and women's tour events to get the experience, and really have to put yourself out there to become better.
You definitely have to play better to be better.
Yeah, and if you get the chance to play within those teams, it's even, I think, more influential to learn alongside the players. Feel maybe a little less intimidating than playing against them. So we see Ryland here discussing with the front end on this shot. Interesting to see if we get a coach interaction on here. Again, they get one per end.
Just knows this.
Yeah, I think he's even thinking about just freezing to it and seeing what they'll do, because then there'll be 1-2.
Control there.
Oh, no.
Control.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it too? He's got a cross his
Nick and Ryland at this end discussing it, saying if he noses it, it's a very difficult cross-house double.
No, I was looking at it. I'm just getting too greedy for more than 2.
So I think he was looking at drawing around. And
we haven't thrown a hit in out.
Going really hard for the multiple point, but
I got control here. Like, I'll miss on the firm side because I think it'll curl. Yeah.
I like that they thought through the process, and instead of trying to get extra points, he thought, okay, I can definitely probably get my deuce here if I make this hit.
Yep.
Clean, clean.
Which shows the maturity of the curlers and their thought
Yeah.
process and strategy.
Needs to hold it right there. And, ooh, just a, well, looks like their third shot.
Yeah. Jackson has to be careful here, though.
right here. Yeah. Make control of that one.
And I think he needed to tighten up the room. They just didn't throw out there earlier, so I think Jackson just didn't know the ice there.
So we'll get a coach interaction. Alberta calling it.
Because it's kind of a cross double.
Let's listen in here to Les.
We're second. Because I don't know if we're second. I still like the roll.
Because if he goes for that double and misses it, it's a steal, right? What kind of weight you throwing?
Same weight I just thought of. I was trying to east-west, so I'm going to tighten up the ice there.
Is that edge or out, probably?
Yeah.
Is he sliding full?
I think he slid pretty good. He just big south.
Okay, so just more south of the way.
But I still like it here. That's because it's not finishing as much out here.
Yeah, you get two-thirds. You can get a ray over here if you like. Yeah.
So what they decide on Leslie Ann?
I think he's just going to try to hit and roll here, and I think he can now because the rocks, the yellow's further back, so I think he can try the roll here. Yeah, he's only thrown 11 at it, so he's definitely, I don't think, trying to. So he's trying to roll across.
Talked about athletes that these, or curlers that these athletes look up to. He mentioned, Jackson mentioned Les and Renee Sonnenberg, but also Dave and Heather Nedowin have been influential in his career, and Mark Kennedy. So those are some pretty impressive folks to have on your side to look up to and consult with as you make your way onto the national stage like he has. He's got a roll. How big is it? Pretty good shot.
Nice shot.
Alberta sitting 2, and it's a flat double.
I think it jams.
You heard Ryland say he thinks it jams.
Unless we hit it onto here. Or it's under.
It is open if you want to just go for the one.
This is definitely a risk versus reward shot.
Worth it. I think so.
That does look pretty flat.
That is, it's a flat, yeah, it's a difficult double, I think, but.
Normal up. Don't have to huck it. Lots of action.
So I think he's going to throw probably peel away like this, do you think?
Yeah.
Flat, but
Should mention that the coaches are permitted to call a coach interaction themselves, and Sheldon has raised his hand. So I think we're going to head to one.
it's not easy because it jams too, right?
And he's out there now. So listen in to see what his think is.
I think you play the open hit. That's too flat. If you miss it, we give up a single. And I like this to play for the one. You got it.
So we talked about how little you need to take for coach interaction. That was on the little side. But I think that's pretty fair to say that that is a very flat double.
And sometimes the players don't like taking a one, but I think it's a risk versus reward, and this is a better call and a safer call for them. They're probably guaranteed their one here if they throw it well.
A big credit to Alberta, because this was looking like a pretty straightforward deuce a couple rocks ago, and that is probably what was in Ryland's mind as well, wanting to play it, because he tasted a two, but he has an open hit now for the single. And the team from the Altona Curling Club look to get on the board. It's to curl. Should be good. Little roll, but it'll hang on, and it's a 1 point end for Manitoba, and we're locked at 1 after 3 ends of play here at the RA Center. We'll be back from the U18 Championships in Ottawa.
It's a beautiful blend of strategy, skill, and creativity. Curling. But it's our people that make us great. We're a mosaic of countless experiences. We communicate and collaborate. We value new ideas and different perspectives. We learn from our past and from our future. We may even disagree sometimes, but it's in our differences that we can see our strengths. The beauty of our sport is reflected in our people and our values. Regardless of your ethnicity or gender, your abilities, your stage in life, your beliefs, or who you love. The rocks and the ice don't discriminate. And as curlers, we won't either. We will be the change that we want to see in the world. Curling is a place for everyone.
Welcome back to the RA Center here in Ottawa for Draw 3. 1-1 tie between Alberta 2 and Manitoba. Leslie Ann, that was an interesting end there for Alberta to get the force after what was shaping up to be looking like a Manitoba 2 for a bit of that end.
So it looks like Manitoba overcurled their first rock, so I think they're probably going to try to come in top 4 on that, and Jackson sets up his corner guard to try to get his deuce.
4 other men's games in action this evening here in Ottawa. Newfoundland and Labrador Team 2 has a 3-0 lead on Nova Scotia on sheet A. Next door to us, it's Northern Ontario 2 with a 2-1 lead on Yukon. Of course, our feature game tied at 1 point apiece. Newfoundland and Labrador 1 is up 5-2 on British Columbia. And on sheet E, it is quite a game shaping up. It was a 5-ender to start for the Northwest Territories, and then Saskatchewan responded with a 3, and then a steal of 3 at 6-5 after 3 ends. So we'll keep an eye on that one. And then we have some games happening over the Hunt Club right now, where Alberta 1 is leading Manitoba 4-1. Quebec is leading 2-1 on Northern Ontario. Ontario 2 is a 3-1 lead, and it's all locked at 1 between New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. New Brunswick 2 and Nova Scotia 1.
So I think the draws are the boys will be on one draw, and then the girls will be on the other. So it's, like you said, 42 teams. That's a lot of curling and a lot of organizing.
Yeah. A lot for the local economy, too. I know Ottawa's a big city, but there's a lot of athletes here. There's a lot of support staff, and, of course, a lot of family and friends here. And in the crowd tonight, I see some, I believe, Newfoundland girls team cheering on their male counterparts, I believe.
That's the best thing to see, is all the kids are there cheering each other on. And supporting each other.
This one's a little tight out of, it may have picked. I'm not sure if that one picked, but Nick a little disappointed and almost gets a piece of it though.
I think Jackson will probably try the run here now.
I think that may have picked. I see Alberta cleaning just after the hog line there. And it didn't seem to curl too much after it made its move early on. So.
Yeah. So I think Jackson's just going to play the peel here versus the run back. He just wants to open it up.
How much?
He may even be just trying to roll over to create a guard. He's calling 10.5, I think he said.
Great shot
for the
grade 12 student.
That was perfect.
Go, sure. Hey, turn you like.
So I think he's trying the double here. So if he's on the inside, he may get the double.
Talked about players playing with other athletes in the field. Nick played in last year's, makes the double. Not quite out of the house, moves it around though. Nick played at the U18s last year in Timmins in 2023 on Manitoba 2, and he played against, or in the field against his lead, Rylan Graham. Front end of Manitoba experienced at this event.
I think Jackson's going to try hit and roll across then and set up their junior deuce.
Yes. It's close.
That's a really great shot. I like that Jackson just said that he actually said he was just trying to call it too close and to let the player know that they threw it really well, which is great information to have.
Mm-hmm. Corn broom.
I don't know where they would have found that young.
Oh,
just over curled.
Tough one for Logan. Yeah, it is amazing how the Manitoba tuck and the corn broom live on very well in the heartland of curling in Manitoba.
And I think that's a really good thing. I think it's great that they... And again, the tuck, as long as you're square to the broom, it's your delivery is... There's always been a debate on it, but...
Alberta with a chance to really put some pressure on here with hammer. Chance to sit three, spread across the just above the tee line if they can get this one there. This one's diving though towards the corner.
And for the youngest curlers watching the game, Jackson put the corner guard up early. You don't have to use the corner guard right away. So I think for the younger teams watching and learning the game, people wonder why sometimes you put a corner guard and you don't use it right away, but you don't always have to.
Little concern early, but a nice recovery there for Logan.
That's a great shot. I still think Jackson, though, he's going to hit and try to roll away. Roll to the other side a little bit.
Alberta, as a province, comes into this event as the defending men's champion. It was Team Zachary Davies winning this event on the men's side last year, and Team Mila Plett winning the women's. Sweep for Alberta, and that one is unfortunate miss, and this end is really turned around quickly.
I could draw the hit. Nick, I could draw the hit. Huh? Honestly, don't mind the draw. Are you?
Well, when the ice is curly, it's a little bit weight sensitive, so you have to commit to the weight you're throwing. And I think if you underthrow it just a little bit, you'll definitely catch the curl.
So they've opted for the hit here, Leslie Ann. Discussed making the draw.
I just need to know that, guys. That first one, just light. Just you gotta have.
So they may be setting up now for a blank end.
Like not crazy, but it's just like. Oh, I think if I just had more weight, I was good. Well, your weight was good. You're 10-4. No, the first one. Oh, yeah. I was like, what? The first one, I think I just need more weight. Because it wasn't real good if I threw that here, but okay.
So I think he wants to definitely hit and stay here.
Rylan Campbell with his first stone without hammer here in the fourth end. Tied at 1. You gotta go. Get a piece of it. Oh, not enough. Wow. 2 rocks there down that same path that over curled. So a chance again now for Alberta to get their deuce.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like he was 2 feet tight and got it. Yeah, and got it back. But it was just. I'd like a hair more though. I think so. Evan.
I like they're taking just a little bit more ice.
Even knows they have to throw it down. You like a sliver more then? No. Okay. Just control. Be positive. You got it.
Jackson got his first love of curling in Sexsmith, Alberta, under the influence of Mike Vavrick, and him and his son Dalen would let him throw for hours at the Sexsmith ice. And that's a great shot.
Nice shot there.
I like how he didn't throw big weight on that one because he wanted to be pretty precise on where he left his shooter, so there wasn't a double. It's a nice throw.
So I think they were calling control weight. So what would you call control weight? Nice 10.5,
yeah,
maybe?
Yeah, on this side, yeah.
Gotta get him his deuce now.
Manitoba saying that they need to they're going to give him his deuce, or
Like knows that, or we could try the roll under the corner.
I didn't call for it, but the way these things are moving right now, I don't even know. A little more.
So you heard Rylan say the way that this ice is curling right now.
Curl.
The Altona Curling Club skip looking to hit and stick here.
that's a great shot. Nice control weight.
I just think watch the center, watch the fly line might be. Take that inch more. Yeah, just play it safe. Yeah.
A little concern there about what this path might do, because we're now closer to the center line. You heard Jackson tell Evan to watch the center line, see what this does. Get the same action that they did outside the 4-foot line.
All right, yeah, they're just taking that little bit more ice.
Big chance for Alberta to get the first deuce of this game and head to the break with a little bit of momentum. Jackson Hebert with his final stone. Calling them off early.
That's the nicest words when you hear from your players, clean.
And just clean is even better. There's a 2 for Alberta 2, and they take a 3-1 lead as we head to the 4th end break of this draw 3 of the U18 Championships here in Ottawa. We'll be back after the break.
You got one, you got two, you got...
Just one more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You can throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Does this look familiar? Your fans deserve an incredible arena experience. It's time for an upgrade. Stunning graphics. Revenue opportunities are just the beginning with our in-venue display systems and scoring technology. Let us help you find the best solution for your facility. BDG, always delivering the best fan experience.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
The sports landscape continues to change, and teams and facilities are under more pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. They need the right team to deliver their product. Look no further than IKS Live. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience across all platforms.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
It's a 3-1 lead here for Alberta 2 on Manitoba as we resume play after the 4th end break. Darren McEwen alongside Leslie Ann Walsh. Leslie Ann, what would you tell? Let's start with Alberta, who have a 2-point lead. If you were at the break coaching them, what would you tell them at that break?
I think I would tell them with a 1-point lead, I would definitely go top 4, which is what they're doing. So then it forces Manitoba to decide if they're going to throw up their corner guard or if they just want to try to blank and get control in 6. So it depends on what they're doing. So it looks like, again, and I would definitely say to Manitoba, we're only down 2-1, so let's just keep to our game plan, throw up our corner guard, see if we can get our deuce here. But if not, let's blank and see if we can maintain it and get our hammer in 6, and then we'll have hammer in 6 and 8. So I think that's what I would try.
Yeah, and Manitoba being down 2, they were really stymied in that 3rd end with a 2-ender shaping up, but can't be too disappointed with their play so far.
No. Like I said, definitely. And now where Alberta went a little bit deep, it gives a little bit of an advantage then to Manitoba.
And this is something that teams at the national championship might not be as used to, as that old fourth end mop.
Yes.
Which catches a lot of those leads. And as a lead, I'll say it's caught me a couple times, but not that often, because frankly don't play at many national championships that have the mop. But yeah, it gets a little faster.
Yeah. So I think where Manitoba slipped in right now, so I think what will happen is they're definitely going to try to change gears, and hopefully they may throw up another corner guard here, or then we'll see now what they're going to do to decide how this end is going to be played out.
Derek Depker on the sweep, trying to hold this out.
Great shot. So he'll probably try now to hit and roll in front of the red.
I think because they mobbed is a couple feet slow.
Which is good, because when the red goes deep, what will happen is at least now there's a potential jam for the other team.
Yeah, no, just
Called it an arena a few times, and it really is. It used to be this facility was a hockey pad for a number of years, or skating pad for a number of years. It is actually the RA curling center now, full-time, but a great facility here, especially for hosting events like this, where you can have fans interacting, and large facility, and get used to that feel for arena ice. It hosted the, mess up the name of it, but it was like the pre-trials a few years back to get into the pre-trials of the Olympics for the 2021 Olympic trials.
They have facilities here, so they have a basketball court, tennis, and pickleball. So the kids, last night we got them together, and all 42 teams got there, and we had the icebreakers, and it was over actually in the gymnasium. So we had teams from everywhere doing icebreakers and meeting each other. They all introduced themselves as provinces. It was quite interesting. It was quite a fun night.
Yeah, there's a shopping mall right across the parking lot from us as well, quite centrally located in the city.
So it's going to be another shot. Nice.
Derek Depker with a hit and roll to the center line.
So I think they indicated they're going to throw peel weight at this. And different teams have different signals. So he touched his shoulder. I was thinking that was peel, but that's their sign for normal weight. So the skips will give different signals for different weights, especially if it's loud here and they can't hear what they're calling for.
Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yep.
Yeah, sometimes the facilities that have the high, flat ceiling also make it extra loud. I think of great shot there, double for
nice shot,
Nick. Think of a club like the Kelowna Curling Club that's 12 sheets and very high, flat ceiling. Can get quite loud in a facility like this. Not to mention you have a few hundred fans, cowbells, horns. And
it's quite the event for the families. There's moms and dads. I've seen grandparents in the stands, brothers and sisters. So I think this is definitely, they're playing this for the blank end now, and that's how you need to change your game plan. If one shot is missed, then you have to reassess and regroup and say, okay, now we're just going to change gears, switch from defense to offense or offense to defense.
Whoa. Clean. Curl. Hard, Riley.
Nick will roll out in his second shot.
Behind you.
So Jackson's just going to call top four.
Top four. 2. Top 4.
Good clarification there. 2 would have been just past that U18 logo that you see on your screen.
I think Manitoba would have liked that call.
Line's good. Brings down.
Heavy. Backy.
Grinding.
I think
14-2.
14-2 would be back house. stop in time. And it will. Hang on.
Normal.
So they're electing to hit here instead of drawing.
Clean. Girl.
Nose hit would be great here.
Hard to stick.
And
nice shot.
Stick in the back 12. Continuing coverage here all week on Sheet C at the RA Center. Tomorrow morning is going to be women's action. It's going to be a battle of Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia 2 versus Nova Scotia. And that would be presumably a rematch of their provincial
championships. I think one of Team Blades maybe were on a huge game winning streak. They hadn't lost so many games, like in, I think, like 50 games until they got to provincials. I could be wrong on that, but they had a huge winning streak going. So, and they play against each other a lot in
and they
Spiels.
Won?
Yeah, the other team won.
Oh, wow. So have to tune in for that one. That one's at 9:30 Eastern, 10:30 for those in Nova Scotia. And might be snowed in out there with all the storm that's happening. You heard from Newfoundland if you're going to be digging out your driveway when you get home?
It says we're going to have a lot of snow today and tomorrow, but again, you just wait 5 minutes and the weather changes in Newfoundland. So we could go anywhere on days where we're getting 40 centimeters to nothing.
And we have pretty decent weather here. It's actually going to get quite warm later this week. I think we're in for some showers on Thursday and Friday, and it'll be interesting to see. The ice makers will have their hands full as it gets up to, I think it's supposed to get up to like 7 degrees later this week. So
I don't know if the ice makers will like that.
Yeah, the ice makers or the interlude fans. So we have a technical timeout here being called as we have a loose handle, I believe, on Jackson's skip stone.
Timeout.
So they'll get timeout there. Yeah, that one's loose.
The handles are loose.
Yeah, I do.
These are actually brand new stones here at the RA Center. They're for this facility, but they're brand new as well.
Okay, just now. Okay. No, I said talk to your coaches. Are you on? All the stories.
Just clarifying if they can talk to their coaches. And
yeah, well,
I would say as long as both teams can, I think they can.
They can. I find curling kids are so polite, and they're always asking the right questions, and they're very respectful. It's a great sport to get your kid in because it's still a sport where you're a 4-person team, so you're not lost with a big team in soccer. So it's still a team sport, but it's a smaller team, so you get to interact. But you don't get lost with the 12-people team, so it's a great sport for that.
Team sport, but you're an individual when you're out there in a lot of capacity. But also, it's a sport where there's pretty black and white in terms of the results. It's not impacted by officials. We have these umpires here to handle things like this, but they're really, it's not a sport where there's a judge involved, and the umpires are just there basically to assist you. And we saw that there as well. And I think that coaching interactions that they've introduced at the U18, U21 level are also a big positive for those looking to get their kids into sports.
And I can even see now the growth of the kids, of how they're calling the game. Because now I think even in Spiels, they're letting people play, and they're have coach. So I've coached at a couple of junior Spiels this year, and we actually had coach interaction. So they're also bringing it in to the Spiels, so you're going to have coach interaction.
Pretty up and down end here. We've covered the weather. We've covered the loose rock handles, the arena. Banking a little bit of thinking time this end.
Yes.
Manitoba has 17 minutes on the clock right now. It looks like Alberta has about 21 minutes thinking time. You can see just behind Logan there on the right of his shoulder up there is where the time clocks are.
They're very efficient with their time. This team has really good time management. Both teams have good time management.
Rylan Campbell in his first stone. With Hammer here, looking to blank this end.
Hard, Rylan.
Yeah. Yeah, right on.
Little roll.
So they're going to want, Jackson's going to want to hit and stick here, because if he rolls out, then they're just going to throw the rock through, and then they will have Hammer in 6. So ideally, they'd like to score in 6, score 2 and 6, force probably in 7, and then have Hammer again for Manitoba in 8.
10? What were you last time?
Like a 9-8, 9-9.
Okay, so just similar.
Yeah.
You got it.
Get it out and try and stick here.
Last rock for the Sherwood Park Curling Club skip, Jackson Hebert.
Clean, 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 clean. Whoa, whoa. Just clean. Clean, move down.
That was a really nice throw by Jackson.
Right up to the nose.
So it definitely curls up here by the ice they're given for peel weight, so it's...
Firm. You can even throw normal.
He's calling firm or normal, so he's not going to overthrow this.
Not far off from that spot we saw him play the hit for 1 in the 3rd end. But needs to roll out on this one. Rylan Campbell with his final stone of this 5th end. Gotta go, though.
Clean. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Pretty good. Oh, gets it.
Nice shot.
Blank end for the team from the Altona Curling Club in Manitoba, and we'll head now to the 6th end at the RA Center in Ottawa.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
The Men of Curling calendar is more than a date provider. Each edition is packed with beautiful images and tons of curling information too. Support curlers and charity by buying yours today at curlingcares.com.
Welcome back to the RA Center here in Ottawa as we begin our 6th end. We have a Alberta stone right on the top of the button. And Manitoba trying to generate a corner guard here. Will it dig in?
Nice shot there. So Hebert now will throw up a center guard.
Rylan Graham's rock will. So a textbook start to start this 6th end. See the coaches behind that digital scoreboard there. Your don't adjust your TV set, so they do move end to end. So they get to and you were talking, I think, between the break, we were saying about the 45 seconds that they get basically between ends, and that how critical that is to talk to both teams. And especially if there's dynamic issues or there's things about ice, like you can really gain a lot from that 45 seconds where you're not in the moment as much. More broader discussion that could be happening about your game strategy.
I find they're actually, as a coach, as a junior coach, I find them sometimes more productive than because then you can set up your end plan, and like you said, if there's a player that's stressed, you can have a conversation about it. Someone made a good shot by the sounds of the parents.
Yeah, that was a...
Control.
So I think he's just going to try to hit now and hopefully get a little roll on the corner.
Yep.
He may have got this started a little tiny bit.
Worked hard to do that.
Ryland will make the double.
He'll get the double, though.
Good shot.
Control,
How much weight? Whoa! 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 Clean, yep! Whoa, 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 whoa! Clean! Whoa, whoa, off, curl. That's all. That's fine, good.
Nick Semp throws with the hair broom, very similar to throwing with the corn broom. Super saying this is back 8 behind that corner guard.
Looks a little heavy, though.
Has to dig in. That's going to slide through the house. Unfortunate for Manitoba, and a chance for Jackson to eliminate that corner guard. Should update you on a couple other games out here this evening. We have quite the game happening over there on sheet E. It's Northwest Territories jumped out to a 5-0 lead in the first end, but Saskatchewan has stormed back. They're ahead now 8-5 and playing the 6th end. And we have a couple of Newfoundland and Labrador games happening out there. Newfoundland and Labrador Team 1 is up 6-2 on BC 1. And it is Newfoundland and Labrador 2 that have a 6-2 lead on Nova Scotia 2. And finally, it was a big 3-ender for Northern Ontario 2. And they're looking for their 2nd win of the event. They're up 6-2 on Yukon right now. And our feature game, it's of course a 3-1 lead for Alberta 2, and another open end. We saw a lot of rocks in play that first 2 ends. Things have just changed a little bit, but it's just a matter of a couple shots here and there, of sliding into the rings, giving Alberta the chance to keep things a little more defensive as they have a lead.
So I think Jackson is fine with this play, and I think Manitoba really wants to get their deuce, so I think they're now going to go in and try to regroup and try to get their deuce in 7.
Little tight. Weight's good. Big slide, no play. Weight's good. Go then, Barricade. Make sure you're...
I'm not sure if he's watching, but I'm wondering who Kelvin Gertzen is cheering for tonight, if he's watching, because he's, for those in Manitoba, you might know him as the former Premier of Manitoba. For 1 month, he was Premier of Manitoba back in 2021, but he's Alberta's Jackson Hebert's uncle. So I suspect he's cheering for his nephew Jackson, but interesting twist playing against Manitoba here.
Curl. Okay.
Saskatchewan added a few more to their lead over on sheet E. It's 11-5 now for them leading Northwest Territories.
Yeah, okay.
It's definitely got a really nice curl to it, so you have to be very mindful, like you said, when you're throwing, and you make sure that the rotation is good. So sometimes what happens in curling clubs, your rotations are a little bit softer, which means it curls a lot more.
I will say, and I haven't been over there lately, but the Ottawa Hunt Club is some of the best ice in the city, some of the best ice in Ontario, really. And it's very similar to arena ice. Bill Duck does a great job. He actually, from a number of years, and continues to do this, makes a lot of great practice ice for some of the top teams here in Ottawa. I know Team Rachel Holman would often practice there. And Team Danielle Inglis, the Ontario representative at this year's Scotties Tournament of Hearts, is members there and practice there quite often, and Bill does a great job. So if you are going between the facilities, you're probably looking at very similar ice conditions, which is great for these players. You're not coming in, that will just hang on there, you're not coming into a whole different experience. You really need to make sure you give a good release. Don't soft release, otherwise you'll lose it on either of these ice surfaces.
Jax they haven't thrown out this way, so I think they're going to have to throw firm weight at this because they're probably not quite sure what it does there.
Newfoundland and Labrador fans are wound up here tonight, Leslie.
So this is the second team, and they're a younger team, so they were very excited to get to be here. So the fans are quite excited.
Watched them earlier today on the morning draw, and it was an exciting finish for them. They didn't quite pull it out, but they're having a fun time over there and have a 4-point lead as we watch Jackson Hebert Stone come up, roll out.
So we're looking at we'll probably just try to draw to the other side of the ice, give Jackson a different throw, which is what the skips sometimes do.
Outturn. Still like 15.
Confirming with his front end, it's still running 15 seconds as it was at the beginning of the game. Outside in sometimes can catch you, can be a little bit faster.
So they're really sweeping this, so they need to.
Zempf and Graham trying to drag this. Piece of the blue. Not quite.
I'd say Jackson's going to try to draw around now and try to either force him to one, force him to take his one, and then they'll get hammered back in 8.
Just when we thought we were headed to another blank. Still on the board, still possibility, but an opportunity here for Alberta to get a force in the 6th end.
Get it buried and so we're not tapping the guard. It's fine to be a hair open here. Do you like? I still like more.
I like more.
Evan!
I think we can curl it.
Asking for a little more ice.
I like that Jackson actually confers with the 2 other players and talk about, because the players now at the front end, especially now, take more responsibility and they watch lines, paths, and then they can give input back.
I feel like it's there already. This one looks a little spicy. Looking for about 15, 15-2, and this will clock in at 13-5. So needs to literally hit a house here to slow down. Logan will sweep that one through. So the blank. Deja vu here as we. Oh, a coach's interaction here. Spoke too soon. Interesting. No harm, no foul in calling this coach interaction. You wouldn't probably call a timeout in a previous game. So
I'm thinking he's looking to see if he can split for 2.
Yeah, and if you...
You'd have to play with the intern. You come across the face with the intern.
Is it worth it?
You don't like face with the intern and roll over? Not or you can blank, but...
So Sheldon Zacharias calling that one, discussing it now at the back end here. I heard Logan tell Rylan, only if you're comfortable with it. So
yeah, this is definitely has to be if the spot a skip wants to throw. I always like to say the decision, the first skip's decision can be a team decision, but the last rock has to have, skip has to want to throw it.
And the tolerance here, of course, is to be heavy. You
yes.
Get the blank or really light. But this is a really tough split, but it is there.
This is there?
That angle, though. What do you think?
I think he has to almost just miss it. So, or hit.
With pretty big weight,
with
too.
Big weight.
Yeah, which is, worth maybe the try based on the fact that you have to play quite big weight to make it for a split. But we're going to find out. Back 8, back 12. I was thinking you might want to throw this one
bigger weight
through because it's such a...
He needs to commit to this now, so.
Yep. See if it pays off. Rylan Campbell with what would be the shot of the week so far. Trying hard for the 2 here with a difficult split. Trailing by 2. Sweeper saying back 8. It's really curling. I think he's missed the stone. Now they're going to make sure you get it through. And it will go through. So no harm, no foul. It is the blank attempt. Or the blank, I should say. And it's still a 3-1 lead for Alberta 2. And we'll head to the 7th end of this draw 3 here at the RA Center.
You make moments like these possible.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Welcome back to the RA Center here in Ottawa for the Under-18 Championship round-robin action here in the men's U18. Manitoba blanking the last 2 ends. Leslie Ann, we were talking at the break, that was a difficult split. Thankfully, he threw enough weight. Rylan threw enough weight to get that through, so he did get the blank, because that would have been, Jackson Hebert would have been quite happy if he had thrown back 8 weight and got the force there with Manitoba. So no harm, no foul, and they'll continue to try and get their deuce, set something up, maybe take the hammer into the final end.
Tied, yeah. So I think Manitoba's ideal would to get their deuce, and then I think Alberta would love to force one.
Been very impressed by both these teams. Their composure, the shot making.
Their communication is really, really good. They talk about every shot. They make sure they know exactly what kind of weight they're throwing.
Yeah, if they continue this play, I think we will probably see both of them around later in the week. But a lot of work to do before then, including this game.
Yeah, I can think we will see these two teams in the playoff pools.
Nate Burton splitting his own stone, and that one's going to...
It's a great shot, too.
Go right to the tee line.
I don't like that. You like that? It's so easy to roll.
I like the draw here. It's a second guard.
It's so much easier. Yeah.
It's interesting we get caught up in that because it's so much easier to draw to a spot than hit and roll. So sometimes we'll tend to play the hit and roll, but you can draw to the spot. It's probably just it's a better option.
Yep. Well, line's good. Hit a room. Room.
And that one is lost behind the corner guard.
That was a nice shot.
We have our first final in this draw. Your gentleman from Newfoundland and Labrador with the win there over Team British Columbia. Wait for the final. Was it 3 more for Newfoundland?
I think Newfoundland got 3 there.
So a 9-3 final for a... We'll call him rejuvenated now, because my goodness, has he had a last few days. Tell me about that. I know we're watching this feature game, but this needs to be talked about. Simon just came back from the Youth Olympic Games in Korea.
And they flew in on Saturday, so they left Korea, flew in, and just came directly to here.
That's a 14-hour flight. And I did it a few years ago as a spectator at the Olympics, and I was exhausted for a week.
They had an amazing week there. They were 3-2. They came short of the playoffs.
A shot there, sorry.
Oh, good shot. Really great shot.
Come around bump. Yeah, a great week for Simon and Kaylee. And Lisa Weigel was the chef de mission, and she was here earlier today. And she's trying to get acclimated back to Canadian time zones. And he's out here curling for Newfoundland. And big win for them, though. I think they dropped their opener, but they're in the win column now.
They told me today earlier that they've never won an opening game. So they're like, oh, okay.
Par for the course. Good for them. So, yeah.
And they're great kids. They're really nice kids. They contribute to the curling club. They volunteer at the youth programs themselves.
And then you just started going. I was like, go for it. Make it good.
But in our feature game, it is Alberta sitting 3, but if you're Manitoba, no need to panic yet. You got a corner guard, you got a rock behind the corner guard and behind the tee line, so you can still generate your multiple here.
Yeah.
Line's good.
So now they need to plan to get 2 and 7, and then figure then they're going to steal 8 because it'll be tied up hopefully, and that's their goal now, is to tie it, and then.
Great shot.
Nice shot.
Locks one on there.
So I think Jack can definitely just get up, peel the guard, because the one that's going to get you in trouble is the guards.
Clean.
Good. It's a nice throw.
Good shot by Varick.
So I was thinking of hitting rolling there. It's not a bad shot. I don't think he can freeze to the red yet, because then they'll be grouping the yellows together.
Both these teams strong hitting teams. This end has been some good draws as well by Manitoba in particular.
Yeah, they need rocks in play right now.
Clean, yep.
Nick Semp, the really important shot here in this 7th end, wants to keep his shooter in play. This one's diving. Oh boy, I don't know if that
curling,
grabbed or wow.
He's had a lot of rocks over curl, and I'm just wondering then if that's the rock too. So sometimes they really need to pay attention to if a certain rock has consistent path to it. So he's missed a couple like that over the game.
Yeah, that were early and
early curls.
I didn't hear them call right away on the sweep, so I'm wondering if that is maybe a rock issue, or I think he had a pick earlier potentially. But this is the Sam shot after a miss, and you got to make it to capitalize.
That was a great shot.
And Evan Henniger does just that. So Alberta 2, sitting 3.
I think they need to freeze now and just hopefully generate their deuce like that. So again, it'll be interesting to see if the players talk about how many rocks over curled. Because a lot of players will take notes, and they have rock books, and they'll take note of those, so they'll go for the next games. Because I think what happens is that if they get into playoffs, they get to choose their rocks, so they will pay attention to what their rocks are doing.
Yeah, with 2 veteran coaches too, you have to think that they've got a pretty good idea of what's happening with the rocks and the ice.
That's why Brad Gougeau had Jules for years. It was just because he was so good at matching rocks. And definitely.
That rock book was literally worth a lot of money if you ever needed to. I don't know if anyone would be able to buy it, but it would be worth a lot of money, yeah. So it looks like Manitoba's sitting second shot, but Alberta will try and quickly remove it. The left-hander here. Seems like every game there's always one. Really strong sweeping to bring that back. I thought halfway down that was maybe rolling out. Certainly takes away the pocket freeze right now for Manitoba.
You think you can get to here?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he can go there.
Keep your shooter right in front of the 2 reds.
What?
Like, no.
Nick Semp suggesting a nose on the top rock.
Do that.
Then there's 2 behind it.
Yep. Okay.
If they're still trying to get their deuce, they definitely need to just nose it, which is a good call. It is his second, so they still have a few rocks to try to manage this.
Yep. Whoa, yep.
Big weight. I'm not sure if it's going to stick around. It's the double at least, but it will roll the shooter out.
Right here. Go open.
Really wanted to keep your yellow in play if you were Manitoba.
Yeah. By the yellow rolling out, this may be forcing them to 1, and this may be what Jackson would like anyway. So force 1, then you're up 1 coming home with.
Yeah. If I throw like 3 feet less than practice, that's got to be perfect. So I was like a 14-8, so.
You got her.
They're saying now they need a draw weight is 14.8, so its weight's gone down a little bit since practice.
One less game on the ice might bring the temperature down a little bit. I do feel like it is getting a little cooler in here, Leslie.
Yeah.
Make it good. Here. Gotta be tough.
It's actually getting warmer outside even right now. Gonna drag it to make it even, take away the double, and that's pretty great results.
That's a really great shot. There's no double there, I don't think.
You ever try to sit on it?
Could. Yeah, this point we need to try something.
So this is where they're going to make the decision. If they freeze here, forces Jackson in the hit.
Okay, I have 15.
I don't think the deuce is out of play right now, but if they make a perfect freeze here.
I'll say no one has left the arena, and in fact, there's a few more fans in the stands. And those fans are actually some of the athletes from the Newfoundland team have joined their family and friends to cheer on the other Newfoundland team. So great camaraderie here.
They all curl out of the same curling club, so they know each other.
Yep.
And the old, so Perry's team are and the older Kaylee's team are very supportive of the younger team. So they've been really good to them and talking about under 18s and making sure that they're going to have a good experience here.
Yeah, I noticed Northern Ontario is the same too.
Yes.
They have a lot of, the age. That one of the teams is a little older than the other, and kind of mentoring, if you will, and even they're from different clubs, different regions of Northern Ontario as well. So nice to see the support.
They really need to make sure now that this is frozen, so it has to be locked on.
Semp and Graham.
It's got a curl.
This is a big sweeper shot here. Got to curl and got to drag it for the weight.
They can't bump it.
Pretty close.
No bump.
Great shot.
Nice shot.
Wow. Ryland Campbell needed that one.
That was definitely a team shot.
I was thinking firm. And if it hangs wide, you just pick it up.
Do you hate there? Because
I like there, yeah. If it hangs wide, we'll make the rip. We're just trying to play just off nose here. So
Playing peel on this one. You heard him say if they see it hang, basically not curl, that he could just pick it out to sit two. If it comes up, he'll sit two.
He just needs to make this yellow go away, which then will force Manitoba to the draw.
Jackson Hebert in a great game so far for the Alberta skip.
He's made a lot of rocks tonight.
This is a big one.
Clean. Whoa! Clean. Just clean. Just clean. Clean.
And he'll get the nose hits.
Nice shot.
At worst, Alberta has forced Manitoba. And they'll be quite happy with that.
It's really bad to not get that.
So Ryland Campbell now will need a good chunk of the 8-foot to narrow the deficit to 1 point.
I think he would tell his players, just bite 4 foot and you're good.
I give you the same weight, you'll take it there?
Yep.
I like a touch more. Touch more.
Line's good.
Take a look.
We're on real close.
I like more. Take a look.
14. I don't think we can
Whoa.
Line's really nice.
The committee this looks like it's going to be a good shot.
Okay.
Nate.
Line's perfect.
Needs
Great
full
shot.
4 foot. A
Nice
skip
shot.
that idolizes Matt Dunstone, who's another one cool under pressure. Ryland puts that one right in the button for a single point, and it's a 3-2 lead now for Alberta 2. We'll head to the 8th end when we come back from the RA Center in Ottawa.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice, to leave behind a legacy.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
The sports landscape continues to change, and teams and facilities are under more pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. They need the right team to deliver their product. Look no further than IKS Live. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience across all platforms.
We promised you a good one from the start, and it has been. This has been a great game between these two teams, Alberta 2 and Manitoba. Leslie Ann, we're in the 8th end now. Alberta 2 with a 1-point lead and hammer, and a good start for the team from Altona Curling Club, Manitoba. Lead Rylan Graham putting his first one right on the center line.
I think Jackson's going to go top 4. Looks might be a little heavy, and I would say Manitoba's going to throw up their second guard.
Some applause in the arena. We have a couple more finals out there. Northern Ontario 2 picking up a win over the Yukon in men's play, and at the exact same time, Saskatchewan pulled off quite the comeback, early comeback. They were down 5-0 after the first end on Northwest Territories, but they finished that game off in the 7th end. Saskatchewan winning, looks like 11-7 was the final there.
So Manitoba is going to want longer, like they threw the short guard first. Now they're going to want a long guard.
And as a lead, this is tough. This is where you want to just get it over. Oh, so tough, and it's so close to perfect.
Oh yeah.
Tough one for Rylan. Yeah, those are tough ones.
Sometimes the question is, should you go long, short, then long, or long, then short?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, interesting. They do think it did pick. So, wow, that's unfortunate in the 8th end.
Again, like you said, once the ice changes, and you really need to keep your brooms down because they may.
Bit more airflow in the arena right now too. A lot of teams leaving the ice at least. And temperature might be changing a little bit as well. So Manitoba still has to keep their composure. They're only down 1.
That's good, that's good.
Yeah, they still need to throw another guard. They need the second guard because if they try to come around, then Jackson just starts to peel. So they definitely need to be throwing 2 guards for a while.
Line's good. Clean it, yep. Yep.
Nick Sem, the first-year university student.
Line's good, yep. Keep going.
This is going to be a great shot.
Good team recovery there to put one as a 1 guard.
So now they're going to start to peel.
7-5.
The double, I think he's just trying to straight peel because I think the double peel it possibly could jam.
Whoa.
Boy, can he throw the weight.
Yes, that's
Curl. I got this good.
nice
Eric
shot.
Depker with a nice peel.
Nate.
They'll probably be throwing center guards till probably the thirds first or the third seconds, and I think that's when they need to make the decision.
Don't go anywhere. I think the broom that he's holding was my first broom I had, an 8-ender hair broom, which you cannot play with even on club ice anymore.
No. And it's
Sweet
interesting. They can bring a throwing broom with them. So they can have, but they have to use the same broom all the time for sweeping. But some players like to throw with either they're a bit heavier, so it's better for them and they feel more comfortable.
I still just think the single.
Okay, good.
That one slides a little deeper. I heard the front end of Alberta say single peel still, but it is there, but
Yeah. Just 75. Here you go. Let's make her.
straight single peel. Another rocket.
It's like the double peel.
They throw them so well, though.
Yeah, they do.
You just want to throw?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I was just getting water.
No, it's all good.
Line's good.
Logan Zacharias. Sweeper's calling halfway.
Okay, it's got to sit then.
We got to sit.
Got to sit.
Don't want to set up the double peel.
It's just got to stop.
A little bit higher.
Yeah, that's a little better. And I think they're quite happy just peeling off the front one and not trying the double peel yet.
Evan Henniger. Sweepers on this early.
Clean. Yep.
Just to clean now.
Good.
Very textbook peeling.
Yeah. So if you're just joining us for this final, or eighth end, I should say, not necessarily the final end, Alberta, this is their first game of the event. They're looking to start with a win, but Manitoba picked up a win. Manitoba picked up a win in their opening game, so they're looking to stay perfect on day one. A lot on the line here early in this event against two teams that look like they could be contenders for the weekend.
Line's good.
For sure.
Mid past it.
Good to see the both sweepers gently cleaning that one.
Oh, so they're going to take this one now and get this off center.
Yeah, they'll have a shot now at the center line guard.
So then I think Manitoba needs to decide if they're going to throw one more on the skips or come in. So it'll be interesting to see what their call will be.
So a different turn here for the Alberta. They're going for the top one. Got to commit. Ooh, there's a miscue.
Okay.
Well,
it's still hard to get into the 4-foot, though, so the only thing is the red is blocking the path now. I mean, I don't know if it'll curl enough coming with the in-turn. I can try, but...
see the amount of swing in this ice. They're outside the 12-foot.
Nick can move it too, so.
Yeah.
Heard them say Nick Senth can move this rock as a sweeper. It's down to 2 games here at the RA Center. Hear some sort of reaction shortly from Sheet A. Newfoundland and Labrador has a chance here to win it. On Nova Scotia, they have a fairly open hit. Update you there.
5 feet.
Got Leslie Ann watching that one for sure.
Fighting for it.
But in our feature match, it's going to be Manitoba trying to sink one behind the guard. And that applause is all the way from St. John's, and the Newfoundland skip firing up the crowd as he slides down the ice. So they'll pick up their first win of the event, go to 1-1. Pretty good excitement there. Rylan Campbell, he tune that out and focus on his draw to the top 4-foot.
Looks a little heavy, maybe?
Back button is what you're hearing the sweepers. Backing right off now. Needs to stop to sit for shots. It will, but back 8-foot.
So,
timeout.
So we'll get a coach's interaction here.
So I think Jackson needs to ask now, does he come in now and be first to the button, or?
Thinking of following in, eh?
This top four? Yeah. I like to draw better than competition.
Well, if you play the peel and get one, they're going to come around my two, and then it's against the...
As long as I'm shot here, how does he get it?
Well, I mean, yeah, well, you can't get 2 feet, right? But, yeah, come around. Okay, show me the ice. Show me the ice.
Actually, take like same ice as around the second, Jackson.
And what do you get? I got 14-2 on this.
I got a 14-4.
So that should be good, right?
Yeah. We can't. I'll keep it there. I want to make sure we're by. Because worst case, we're here. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
So, top 4.
Yeah.
Right. Trust it. Throw good.
Good affirmation there. They were very much aligned when they started that interaction, and
like you can.
No minds were really changed. I think it was just a good conversation between them.
Yeah, and it's so important. I love that the coach did the hog-to-hog for the Manitoba team, and so he confirmed with his player that it was 14-2.
They were 14-2. So
They were?
yeah.
Stink of 15.
Yeah. Same as the one I just threw last time. Pretty close though. Even top 8's fine. Just make sure we're shot.
So Jackson would love to be shot here.
First stone for the
Big ass.
Alberta skip.
Bear trot, bear trot.
This one's hanging out there to start.
Yes.
Bear trot.
Look big running.
Has not curled at all.
Let it stop, let it stop, let it stop.
It's gliding.
Yeah, it's moving.
No, off,
it's
off.
There it's starting to hook.
Starting. Oh, it's...
That walked over there. A little
goodness.
heavy, but it. I did not think that was even going to get over to that Yellowstone. It really took a turn from the top of the house basically in. So he is shot rock.
I think he has more of a rotation because it's interesting where Manitoba takes their broom for the draw compared to where Jackson's taken. So it just seems that Jackson's...
So they're going to take, Manitoba's taking maybe a couple inches more even than he did on his last one. But again, he's can't throw really that, well, he could throw that same weight, but he's really aiming for the top 4 foot on this one.
Anything deep then gives Jackson a draw into the 4 foot again. So top 4 would be ideal here.
What'd you say? Above the tee is preferred.
Yep. Looking to steal his way to a 9th end. Rylan Campbell trying to lock one into the top 4 foot.
He looks like he got out to the broom, but I think it needs to curl.
Sweeper's calling back 4.
Go, Nick. Go, Nick.
His line looks a little tighter than Jackson's, which is not bad. Where's the weight?
You got to get shots.
It's got to get shots. They got to drag it. Are they there? A great shot from the Manitoba skip to sit shot rock, top 4 foot. And it is...
I thought they left the sweeping a little too late. It was
really
great.
came down.
Yes, it did.
Anywhere here. So right there.
What has he left Hebert here on his last?
Is he playing the tap on his red, maybe?
Looks like it.
No, my out's going to run straighter, though.
I like there, I think that's minimum. Huh? Because we got to hit this side of it.
He does, but this is the shot.
Same weight's good, Jackson.
Yeah, same weight.
Do you like that ice? Do you see more?
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good.
No coach interaction left. I mean, you decided on the call.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's
let's get T-line. Am I throwing same weight or what?
Same weight.
Quite a bit of time left on their time clocks. In fact, 12 minutes.
They've had very good time management on their time clocks.
Looking at that to make sure. But yeah, Jackson Hebert, final stone. Trying to play a little tap to bring his team its first win in its first game here at the U18s. Depker and Burton on the sweep.
Yeah, I think think they need it for a bit of weight.
It's a little.
Actually, they're not trying the shaft. They were trying the draw.
Well, it will be a steal of one for the Manitoba rink. And we're going to go one more in a game that's been so good. Why not keep going? We'll be back with the extra end here on Sunday night at Draw 3 of the U18 Championships in Ottawa.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
The Men of Curling calendar is more than a date provider. Each edition is packed with beautiful images and tons of curling information too. Support curlers and charity by buying yours today at curlingcares.com.
The sports landscape continues to change, and teams and facilities are under more pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. They need the right team to deliver their product. Look no further than IKS Live. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience across all platforms.
Welcome back to bonus curling here on our feature sheet. It's the 9th and extra end as Manitoba's Rylan Campbell in his rink, guided by a fantastic last shot there, managed to pull off a steal in the 8th end to tie this up. Rylan drawing to the top 4 foot, and it was Jackson Hebert wasn't able to quite pull off the final stone there to cut them, or reduce the scoring down to the 4 foot for Manitoba. Excuse me, for Alberta.
So this is where they're going to have to be very cautious and make sure that they do hog-to-hogs on the other team, so that they make sure that the ice isn't changing, the speed's not changing, because now there's only one game out here with the extra end. So that's
Nick only.
And you'll see the Alberta players now watching and doing the hog-to-hogs.
Yeah,
it's a great shot.
Manitoba women's team is up here. I will say there's fewer fans. It's been a long day, travel day, I'm sure, for some of the fans too, but fewer fans in the stands as well. So you might see the temperature of the arena, as you said, Leslie Ann, drop, and really seen it got a lot cooler in this arena in the last few minutes.
So it'd be really nice now for Alberta to draw around top 4. Lead rocks are so important right now, especially with the no-tick rule. You really need to have your rocks. Your very first rock needs to be top 4.
Where? No, it's not bad. Line's good. Weight's really good.
Because I think then you're chasing. If your first rock is not in the right place, this looks like it's going to be perfect.
Speaking of right place for lead rocks, that's what Nate Burton does for Alberta.
Perfect.
Should mention that the time clock's reset 5 minutes for both teams in the extra end and 1 coach interaction per team.
So again, we'll go with the 2 guards, and it'll be, I think, the same thing. It'll be interesting to see if they go there for all 6 rocks for the stones, as opposed to coming in where the rock is in such a good position, because they need to move that eventually off the top 4.
Yeah, to your room, Line's good. Line's good.
Rylan Graham had an unfortunate pick in that last end where it just hogged. But no mistake on that one, and pretty good separation.
Yeah.
Not quite on the center line, but good separation as center guards.
Yeah. Okay. I was just like, might as well just.
Yeah. I thought it too, so yeah, you're good.
Same weight, probably. Yep. It's right there.
So it looks like some of the Alberta people are coming in to cheer them on also. More fans.
Yeah, if you're counting fans, I would say it's pretty even in the stands. They're separated nicely up there for us. But yeah, it's
Line's good.
tense time, and I'm sure a lot of people back at the Sherwood Park Curling Club and the Altona Curling Club are watching. Fans across the country, family across the country in this key matchup. Been a great game. Hebert jumps in to help sweep.
That's it.
Good.
Which might the 12-foot.
Corner freeze now, right there. At this point now, it's more about we're at rock placement, so you're looking to place your rocks. You can use them 2 or 3 rocks ahead. You don't need to be shot rock right now.
That is the difference, I would say, between club curling and competitive curling, no matter the age. A lot of club curlers just the race to be shot rock, and you don't. It's all about the setup, especially when you got rocks in the middle that you can always promote or run back.
Yeah, I find like your 3rd, 2nd stone in juniors, or even your skip's 1st stone, is when you need to make your move at this. The really competitive curlers, they can wait to bail, sometimes on their 3rd, 2nd. This might be a little heavy, so they're going to go around and...
Might get shot out of it, and they do.
That's not a bad shot. Jackson's just going to start peeling now. I think the double peel is here now, the way they're set up. I think that's what he's going to...
He made both of his peels in the last end, and Eric Depker.
Go.
Yeah. Okay. It's the top one. Rolls pretty much out of the way. Might become a factor later, but key is he didn't leave anything right in the middle.
I like that the teams are, he's taking his time to figure out where exactly to put the guard so you can avoid the double peel.
Line's good. Line's good. Yep.
We're all there for weight. We're all there.
Whoa. Let it sit then. It's gotta sit.
Nice shot.
Good, Nick.
Manitoba's made some great rocks in the last 2 ends.
They have, and you can kind of sense the more pep in their step, and I think the didn't hear it, but at the break we heard it. The crowd really got into it for Manitoba, so when they maybe thought on that 7th end when they were forced that they were in a little deep, they've not given up at all.
Gotta go.
You just need to be patient in this game. It's a...
Yeah.
Good shot.
Nice peel again there.
This is 3rd's first stone, so they're still now. They're going to throw guards. Eventually they'll have to be careful of looking at that red run for Jackson's in the later rocks. They may have to figure out where to put the guard to.
Line's tight. Yep. Hard line. Hard line. Hey, you're coming
Past
like
the event logo, which is exactly where Ryland's tapping his broom. That one's sliding a little close to that other yellow stone, but the angles are there for the double peel. This is a big one. We saw Evan nose a peel in the last end, so he'll want to park that a few minutes ago, and big shot here.
Really hard.
Early out of his hand. They're going to go the other way now. Oh, and he's a single peel.
It's okay. That's more trying to just make the shot versus throwing the rock or throwing at the broom. Sometimes what happens.
Yeah. I mean, high half.
Yeah. And all Manitoba needs are they're just going to keep throwing guards.
Yeah.
They're in.
We're gonna over curl again, but it's fine. Just get the weight right. Just in front.
They are a shot.
Nice shot. Well, yeah, they're leaving it open, so.
Got about half. Hack or board? Okay. Which one? I've got half of it. What do you like? Board. Okay. Do you like just like soft board?
I think they think the double peel is not here now, so it's best to get this rock out of play.
Well, you have the chance. Try to remove it.
You're trying to roll away. Okay. Do you hate like a millimeter more?
I like when the players ask for that little bit more ice and that the skips give them, because sometimes the skips will say no, but I mean, if it's in their mind that you need that little tiny bit more ice.
Burton and Depker on the sweep. Are they by the top one? They are. What a scrub for the Alberta team.
Shot.
And a nice rebound there for Evan. After visibly disappointed in his first one.
I think they need to say thank you, sweepers.
Yes. So
Great sweep.
Two powerhouse sweepers on this Alberta team.
I think there's an interaction now. We'll see what the coaches say.
There, set up shot for your next one. Guards and then we're hooped. He won't guard. If you can hit and flop half a rock open so that you can run it onto theirs half later. Open. Or just half open so that you can run it onto theirs with the second, right? So it's a setup shot. He won't guard. He'll end up having to play on it. And if he does, if he leaves it there, we can always play a run on his own too.
Yeah. Here and then tap yours the next one.
I think so. You can tap it, or you can even play like a full back 12. Like you can play hack and just push it out, right? Yeah.
He might guard,
but then you play the run. But then you play the run, right? Yeah. Yeah.
I think like
I
just
don't mind
tap it
playing with
back.
the same weight they just threw. You know what it did.
Do you think Jackson ever guards?
I didn't see where they took ice.
It depends on where his rock lands. That if he can't. So I don't think if he can't run, I don't know.
What are you throwing?
Well, I still think so. Jackson always knows that he has the run on the red on the 12 foot, so it depends on. He may guard. Again, depending on where it lands.
This, so exactly here, and then you make this a second.
Okay, I like.
Turn around and ask him. If I do this, will you guard? But even if he does, you heard Sheldon say that you have the run on your own.
Yes.
Manitoba.
Which is why I like just going tapping back 4 versus going through.
Right. More granite to run in on your next one if you need to. Made a great pressure shot in his last stone in the 8th end. Ryland on his first now needs a delicate tap. I have seen his rocks, he requires a little bit more ice than the Alberta team. His rocks seem to curl a little bit more. Just taking a look at the time clock before he gets set to throw. A minute 12 left as he releases this one. So a minute for his last one.
So they will definitely need to have a play in their mind so they're ready to go. I mean, it is loads of time, but you can't.
It's not by the guard yet. Oof, just chisels off the guard.
Now Jackson will try. Now Jackson guards, I think.
Really, anything up top is fine.
Does it go even right? Let's listen in here to Les Sonnenberg.
You want to bite the 4-foot line this side.
Yeah.
Just don't leave him the hole.
What has he got?
If you
I think I am.
4-foot line, there's no hole.
So he's got the double run.
Here, as long as we guard this, even here's fine.
Yeah. So if you hook it, you're fine.
Worst case, even if you're there, like this no top.
His only shot is the double run into that.
Definitely aim light. I think Jackson, aim for like a 3 just in.
So Jackson, show me where you want the rock, Evan.
right here.
I think here's the best.
No, Evan,
no, we want to
buried.
hook it so that they can't have the double peel. Okay?
I'm seeing right here, hey?
Just can't over.
That's probably max.
Okay.
He just hit the guard,
Okay,
right?
here.
Because I don't think there's a shot otherwise. I'm getting an inch more than
I really like that the coach is asking him to say exactly.
Show me.
Show me where it is, because then it gives him a visual of it.
It's a visual, and sometimes you say something like top 4, top 8, but where? Where's the line on that? So it was good clarification there by Coach Les to
And this is huge because I know they want to just curl past it so that the run is the double run is not there.
50. I took 16.
No, I need to be in. 15-5 is probably max. Okay.
What an exciting game, though, Leslie Ann.
So again, short is better, I think, than. So your tolerance on this is definitely
going for line. Just diving towards the center. I think they're by.
I think we're fine. Yeah.
Talked about hooking it, so that is hooked.
Yeah.
So how does Manitoba get shot rock after this one? This is tricky.
I don't think the run. Well, the run is definitely not there now. So.
What a display of U18 curling in this country as today's game. Remind yourself, these are under 18 athletes that have put on a great game for us tonight in Ottawa.
Wow. Like, you got to play it tight, but I just don't see what else we have.
Yeah, oh, no, that's there. Maybe. Yeah, no, that's
Oh, he's thinking that.
Draw the out-turn side, get some late finish. I will say he got a lot of finish on his first stone in the last end coming this way, the other way, but I think he does get a lot more curl than the Alberta rink. But Rylan Campbell needs another big one here in the extra end. Out-turn draw, cold to the side of the button. Needs to be shot rock. Sweepers think it's there now.
So it needs to curl. It's back 4, so it definitely needs to curl.
He's pretty close. We're almost on the
By the guard, but it needs to move now. They like the weight. He's awfully close, Leslie Ann.
Oh, look at this.
Is he going to hook it in there?
Oh, so close.
What a great try for Manitoba. The weight was absolutely perfect, but just didn't come up enough for them. And it will be an Alberta 2 win. A final, let's call it 5-3 for Alberta over the team from Manitoba. And a spectacular game tonight for the two teams. Leslie Ann, thank you so much for joining me tonight. You're going to be in the booth a couple more times, I think, this week.
Yeah, I will be, and thank you for having me here.
Yeah, and stay tuned. We're all week here on Curling Canada Plus. Tomorrow morning, 9:30 Eastern, 10:30 Atlantic. It's a battle of Nova Scotia. The women, Nova Scotia 2 versus Nova Scotia. Here at the U18 Canadian Championships, live from Ottawa. Good night. Thanks for watching.
Good night, everyone.